What's up, folks? It's Eric. I am. Today is November the 7th, 2023, and I'm just kind of setting up my chart for the morning so I can walk away. So, yeah, again, setting it up so I can let let chart. Sorry. Sidetrack. Looking at this, y'all know I'm into like real estate, so I'm looking at this DJ Envy stuff about the real estate scams. But I'm setting up the chart so that I can get a lot of good data on the charts, and then I can walk away. So let's see, BTAI. We want to see what's going on for the day in terms of any market moving. Thar, what is this? What's Thar? So typically in the mornings when I'm looking at the radar screen, I'm looking at the 5-minute chart to see what's going on. That's a 28-cent stock, but it started out what, 14 cent yesterday, last night, 16 cent. Okay, Thar, SNTI. I've seen that one before. Looks like it's trying to do a move. 8 o'clock here. The morning session just opened, and I've got a sneaky suspicion here. I've been trying to get out of a specific position, and I was trying to do it prior to 8 o'clock. I believe I'll go back because I've got one share of BTAI in, and I was trying to get out of it. But I believe maybe TradeStation doesn't let you trade prior to 8 o'clock. I don't know. I have to try it again here, and follow up with you about that. But that'd be pretty wild. SNTI, wow, from 30 cents up to 90 cents. Yeah, okay. We got a lot of stuff moving today. What is going on? 9 cents to 10 cents. That's 10%. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff moving here. Why? Why is so many things moving today? What's going on with the market? Oh, yesterday was a pretty good day. No, let's see. Let's look at the daily SPY. Okay, it's approaching that. It's approaching.
RSI break.
Yeah. And/or has crested the descending trend line. Okay, NDX, Nasdaq, Dow Jones. Dow Jones is already. Yep, all of them are kind of at that mark. So, are we in for a new little downtrend, or is it going to continue over? The world may never know. All right, so let's go back to the radar screen. So these are some of the ones that we're going to watch for the day, I suppose. Now I typically open up a radar screen over here too. No, not the radar screen, the viewing perch. Is that OGI? Okay. Viewing perch.
RSI break.
Okay, so let's put some of these on the viewing perch. So again, this is my viewing perch. This is what I kind of put everything on so I can see what's going on. Now, LifeW was doing pretty well yesterday, so let's see what it's doing today. Is that what it did yesterday? Oh, okay. So this for this morning so far. All right, that was the yesterday deal. All right, let's move this to the 5-minute time frame because we're on the viewing perch. What is that going to do today? I mean, looks somewhat convincing, maybe. Here to there. Okay, so that 1045 made a push up. Okay, all right. Let's see what else needs to be respected for today. We'll do SNTI. We'll do THAR. LMDX was the one that was moving the other day. I don't know what it's doing today though. LMDX. Eesh. Let's look at the 15-minute time frame. Okay. Well, technically it's still kind of in this sideways zone right here, right? Still rotating sideways, determining what it's going to do from this sell-off here. Nice volume right here though. DDOG. Nah, not interesting me for today. OLPX. Let's go back to the 5-minute time frame. I don't think there's enough volume there though. Volume movers, top ones. Okay. THAR, OLPX. All right, and then just for the heck of it, let's go in here to Benzinga. And fresh set, see what's going on for the morning. Benzinga. Alright, so it's the same. We got the SNTI, THAR, CREV, TMDX. This is OLPX, TMDX. TMDX. Okay, so with everything on the viewing perch, this is what we got. This is what we have. SNTI. Don't really have many bases here. That is the range there from that push up. That's that minor hesitation in here, and then pushed up one more time. So that would be the line. It did kind of respect that over here. Little move up, so that's okay. Move up only attempted one time, so that might not be done. That might not be done. Might not be done. Okay, and then life debut. It attempted this a couple of times, so long wicks. I don't know if it's gonna make it back up that high or not. And this was a long leg here. This leg was much longer than this leg and quicker. From 9:25 to 10:30, so it took an hour there, and then from the break here to here it took like 10 minutes. So I don't know that there's as much conviction in this range up here, and then this break here was no time at all. It spent no time up there, so there might be a lot of volume up there, but there's not as much conviction. Alright, so THAR.
Alright, side break.
Yeah.
Alright, side break.
Or is it more like that? The THAR. Okay, but like I said though, SNTI. SNTI is looking very juicy. Very juicy. It might try to do what Life did. What did Life do yesterday pre-market? Really nothing. And this is pre-market activity, so you got to be careful. All right. All right, so we only have one chart that is showing descending trend lines which have been broken, which is LMDX down here. Life debut. Let's move to the 1 minute time frame and see if anything is acting up on the 1 minute time frame. All right, so yeah, on the 1 minute time frame, we do have several descending trend lines that have shown up. Life debut has been a bugger. It's been a bugger. And again, guys, this descending trend line here, not this one, but this red one here. This is created by the algorithm that I made, the script that I made. So it pretty much creates swing highs when there's, I think, like 15 or 20 bars on both sides, and the swing high has volume. It connects those descending swing highs.
All right, side break.
And so Life breached it here, but not strongly, not with volume. Came down. Now it's riding on top of it, and then it just kind of jumped away from it. So, I've seen more often than not when it happens during market hours that it's a pretty good signal that it'll move up. But during pre-market hours, I don't have anything conclusive as of yet. All right, so take pre-market trades with TradeStation after 8 o'clock. So let me try hitting this. So first of all, I'll put my shortcut so I can open up the quick trader, keyboard trader, and then so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hit Alt and then click. Okay, that put a day down. Well, it didn't even put the day down before. This is an order for the day, right? So I'm gonna delete that. I'm gonna put extended hours. Excuse me. Now I'll click it. Wow. So it does work. So you can't trade with TradeStation before 8 o'clock?
All right, side break.
Wow, I did not know that. I'm pretty sure I can do that with Thinkorswim. That's crazy. I didn't know that. Because for the longest time, like, we'll go and drop our daughter off, and then I'll come back here, I'll sit on the charts, and I'll kind of look at stuff. I may make a few entries. But I always have trouble putting my entries in earlier in the day. During market hours and stuff, I have no issue. So, yeah, come to find out, you just can't do... And maybe it's not all tickers, maybe it's not all of the markets, but yeah, okay, so learn something new. All right, and then the other thing new that I learned was that if you go up to File, Preferences, and then Order Entry.
All right, side break.
Yeah. Order Entry. This is where you can change your preferences for your different orders over here. So your different orders over here, for one cancels the other and one stops the other. This is where you can customize those at, because that's something I've always been wondering too, because like I said, with Thinkorswim, it's a lot more intuitive. It's easier to change those settings and then just really kind of go in and put in your one cancels the other order and put in your brackets and all that kind of stuff. Make your custom OCO brackets. But this is a little bit different, and that's okay. But yeah, now I know where to get it. Now I know where to get it. Now I know where to change it. So that's cool. So that'll make me a little bit quicker in terms of execution. And that's also really crazy that I've been using this platform for this long, for almost a year, to whatever, and I'm just now getting to that. And that's the thing. And I'll say it about Thinkorswim versus TradeStation. TradeStation is so complex. TradeStation is like a, like one of those hand multi-tool things. I forget what you call them. We call them multi-tools. But anyway, it's got your, like a Swiss Army knife. It's got your fork and your spoon and your knife and your toothpick. It's got all these things. That's like TradeStation's got that. And you got to figure out which one you want to use at which time. And then I feel like Thinkorswim is more like it's like a knife with a little bevel in it. So you got the knife, you got a bevel, so you got a scooper, so you got the spoon. It's serrated, so you got a saw, and it's got a flat end, so you can use it as a screwdriver. So I feel like Thinkorswim, a lot of it is, but it's set in stone. It's set in place. It's there. You can utilize it, but you can't change it. But with TradeStation, you can actually open the fork part way, not all the way. There's a lot more adjustments. All right, hang on, guys. I think I have a something in the room. Oh, couldn't hear me. Alright, sorry about that, folks. That was a prospective tenant calling. Gotta answer those calls. Stocks is pleasure. Gotta handle business also, right? Alright, so let's open up 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 5 workspaces so that we can load up these charts with Life, Thar, Cinti. Nah, I thought Cinti was looking good. Now, well, it hasn't gone down too far yet, but it's certainly leaning. It's leaning down. SNTI. Biosciences. So yeah, let's do that. Let's see what's going on with these. All right, so the first one we're going to do Life Debut, and then we're going to save that E1107 LIFW. Come on, computer, keep up. E1107 W. Okay, and then the next one is going to be SNTI, and then we're going to save that. And guys, if you're not using shortcuts on your desktop, you're missing out. Okay, so please get that going. All right, SNTI THAR. All right, so what I do is I just hit Alt 1, and then that does that's the save workspace as 1107 SNTI. Was it? Oh, that's THAR. Okay, and then template copy. SNTHAR LMDX. Again, so just hit Alt 1, and then it quickly goes to save workspace as, so I don't have to go and use my mouse and find it, or I don't have to, or I could go down here and right click and go up and find it and save workspace, you know. And for those who are pretty good at the keyboard, you know, you mostly know where the keys are now. With doing all these shortcuts and stuff, I'm using Alt and Control and Shift a lot more than I would typically, so that is a little bit different, but it's still, to me, quicker than having to get your hand back on the mouse, move the mouse, click. Don't click too hard. Don't click off to the side. You know, so I feel like it's you know, that's why they're hotkeys. That's why they're shortcut keys, because they make things a little bit quicker. All right, so let's see. So now that I have these up, again, I'm just able to see at a glance what's going on. Large time frame, smaller time frame, time frame, or the number of shares. So I'm using the ticks, and then up here I have the time and sale, so I see what's happening on a data, on a transactional standpoint. All right, what's next? Let's see who's. All right, SNTI I thought was trying to retrace. Yeah, but like I said, that's the problem with it moving up so high. Well, that was right at the end of the day. How did I miss that at the end of the day? All right, what I'm gonna do over here is I'm gonna open up. So that's Alt 2 is open. All right, and then that was our researching account. And again, I don't think the research app on TradeStation is as good as, well, I mean, the data that it has here I think is pretty good, but as far as the news to me, the news is nothing like it is with like Thinkorswim. Okay, so I do have Thinkorswim open on this other window, so I can see. There's my Thinkorswim going on, so I can see exactly what's going on. Okay. keep track of it. All right. I'm going to. I finally learned what global position means. But you know what? It doesn't change for the desktop. So global listener symbol link. If you click that, if you change. So if I change this to that LifeW one, then this will change, right? Let me make it more apparent. So if I make this green, then this symbol link, this symbol link, this symbol link, they're all green. So when one changes, they all change to the same thing, right? But now if I turn this off, and now it's no longer green, it's not lit up anymore. Now when I change this back to anything, all the ones that are lit up green, they change. The other ones don't change. Okay. Now the rectangular ones, the square ones here, they work on this same workspace. See, this is a workspace. They work on the same workspace. This is another workspace, another workspace, another workspace. So we go back to this workspace. The circular ones work on the same workspace. Now if you go and you do, so that's a local symbol link. It works locally on that workspace. If you do a global symbol link, it works on all the workspaces, even across desktops, which is what confused me. Let's see. All right, because you know what? I don't do it across desktop. So let's see. All right, so you see that this is, I don't know what color is that, cyan. All right, so these are all cyan. So, and this is not the symbol link. This is the interval. I stands for interval. S stands for symbol. So the interval is set up to be linked to all of these. So when I change the time frame or the interval on one, it changes on all of these that are linked. So all these change to 5 minutes. Change it back to 1 minute. All of these change back to 1 minute. When they want to. Okay. All right, so this is cyan. This is nothing. This is not linked. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to link this. I'm going to link these two. See if they'll link across desktops. So I'm going to make this a global green. I'm going to make this a global green. Okay. And if we go back to, let's see, is that already LifeW? Okay. So I'm going to change this one. Now if I change this one, I believe this one should change too. That's how global works. But now I have a sneaky suspicion that it doesn't work across desktops. It just works on the same desktop across workspaces. All right, let's change it to AMC. So I changed this to AMC. Yeah, that's what I thought, right? So even this is a desktop. This is called radar screen. This is a desktop. It's called Eagle Vision. When you change it on one desktop, but it's a global symbol, it changes to the next, to any other workspace or desktop that you have open. All right, so if I wanted this, if I want to link this to that other one, then I'll hit global link. Okay, so now when I come back here, now when I change this back to LifeW, this will also change. So that's how your linking works. Okay, so this changed to LifeW. All right, but I finally learned how to use the global listener link, but it doesn't work across desktops. So if I change this to listener, global listener symbol link, it looks like that. So now anytime, even if these don't look the same, anytime anything changes, anytime I change a ticker, it will be reflected on this chart. So if I change this one to AMC, This one is listening to your entire workstation, your entire desktop, your entire computer program. Okay, so it's listening to anything. So if I change this one to LifeDebut, this one still changed, even though this is not linked to anything. This is listening to everything. But you have the local listener symbol link, which should work on just this workspace. And then I can come over here and I can change this one, and this one will change if I have it on the global. Unlike here, if I change, so now when we have it listening, it should be listening globally to everything on your entire computer. But if I change this one on this separate desktop, AMC, this one didn't hear it. Yes, it did. Mind blown. It didn't do it the other day. Oh man. It didn't do it the other day. Alright, so at least it's working the way it's supposed to. Alright, so that's good. So, and why I said all that is because I'm going to be on the other, I'm going to put this desktop on my other screen, on my other monitor. And then I'm going to make these listener symbols. And you're going to wonder how come they're moving, how come they're changing. That's because I have them linked to change whenever something else, whenever I change the ticker. All right, so, and actually, let's see. So if I do SNTI, again, I'm doing this on my other window, on my other screen, SNTI, because I got a sneaky suspicion that, and I think NASCAR All Out, he was kind of on it. I got a sneaky suspicion that, you know, kind of the biosciences are moving right now. It's November. We have November, December. Not the first of the year. I think he was kind of seeing where maybe some of the biosciences, I think he was looking at biosciences. Yeah, that they move first of the year. But anyway, SNTI. Well, and actually we have a bunch of them right here. SNTI, Senti Biosciences, 120% pre-market, new strategic collaboration. All right, so they combine with somebody with Celeste Therapeutics, and then THAR, Rose, execution of exclusive worldwide licensing agreement with the Avior Bio. Okay, so that's two bio companies. Let's see, SNTI and THAR. All right, hang on, wifey's leaving. Let me go say bye. All right, that's right. Family first. Don't forget about the wifey and the kids. All right. So we're doing SNTI and then LFW. Oh, that's Life something. Life Biosciences, right? I've still got to spend a little bit more time with the news section of TradeStation, but yeah, I still don't feel like it's as advanced or inclusive as Thinkorswim is. I could be wrong. I usually am, and so I'll definitely update you when I find something out otherwise. All right. So this is what's going on right now across the board. This is the scoreboard. Life is retraced quite a bit beyond that ascending support there. But it hasn't if you take this and draw yourself a little line from there to that wick to here. Hadn't breached that yet. I don't have a lot of confidence in it at this time, but it hasn't breached it yet. Okay, so for kicks and giggles, I'm gonna try to put together a quick script that will just kind of pull apart what happened with life yesterday, and see if I can make a script that will identify some of those potential pullbacks. Okay, so I still got 237 riding on it. All right. Let's go to the 1 minute time frame. I can't keep moving this around though because I'm gonna lose my data. All right. Let's get the swing support and demand out of there. And where's my regular support and demand? Support and demand swing. Huh. I should have two data streams on here. I do, one for the 1 minute, one for the 5 minute, but I should also have a support and demand. That should be on there as well, even though I don't necessarily, yeah. So again, so as the chart is moving, this creates price zones based on what happened to the left hand side of the screen, and so it just gives you potential exits, right? So you see here, this created this this price level. It started here, and then what happened as the chart came over and moved right up to that level and then retraced. So it went just through at that time and then retraced. And now here you see it actually created a base, created a demand line. Again, it moved up here right to that same level, levelish general area, and retraced. All right, that time it breached through it, and now it bounced off of it as a base. Okay, so I mean, you get the idea. All right, but what I'm trying to do right now is find some logic to find entries on this thing. Okay, so we're going to open the script platform. So we're going to do 1 minute life W. Seems to me like I put the date first. We're going to do it last this time. All right, swing W. All right, so a lot of momentum. So the volume is going steadily up. For the meantime, we're going to get rid of the bid and ask because we don't need it for what we're doing. So to just make the chart a little bit bigger, and we can get rid of the 200 slope, which if you have seen some of the videos I've been doing, you see that this is a cheat, right? This is like cheat code status right here. That little yellow bar, but also and it keeps popping back up. That should not be changing. Don't automatically connect plot lines, right? Because so if you're drawing a plot and say you want to plot a circle when the volume is higher than the average. Circle. Now the volume drops, so you don't want to circle. Now the volume is higher than the average, you want to circle. Now it's lower than the average, so you don't want to circle. Now it's higher, so you want to circle. You don't want to plot a line between those two because it makes it confusing. You don't know where your circles are. So that's what this is for, is don't automatically connect plot lines. Okay, so when you get rid of that, now you see just these areas here. And so these blue areas here just show that we have increase in momentum, we have increase in volume along with increase in price, or increasing, 200 moving average of the price. And then that yellow line there, that overlay, is just another little modifier that I put on the script that should make it a little bit, make the entry possibility a little greater. And you see it worked there, right? So it didn't work any other time during the day, and that's fine. But I mean, if you get one great entry opportunity and it's fire, then how many do you need, right? Now, my personal preference is that I like to push the buttons. I like to trade. And I'm getting much better about that. But yeah, if I can truly make money just with one trade per day, then that's what I want to be looking for. Nevertheless, right now what I'm looking for is just how can we target these low areas here, these pullbacks here. How can we target? And that's 1, 2, that's pretty much it, right? I mean, maybe that, but that's dicey. That's in the downtrend. So what I'm thinking about is I don't want to take any entries if a swing high has happened within the last so many bars. No. A regression line. A regression line is the best fit line through a series of bars. Do you want to take an entry if your price is below a regression line? Let's see. We have a regression line over here. Regression channel. I thought I had a regression line. Oh, okay, so the regression channel just shows the regression line, which is the one in purple, and then it shows, I guess, standard deviation above and below as well, right? So as the chart is going down, if you start from here and you move down, then this is get this out of here. Then this line here is your best fit regression line. So it just says that all of from here to here, if we could get everybody as close to the line as possible, then this would be the best fit line. Okay, so do we want to only take entries that are under the best fit line because they're closer to a demand, they are more oversold? Or do we want to take entries, say if we came over here, do we want to take entries that are over the best fit line because they say that, all right, well, now we have confirmed a demand zone and now we are above the demand zone. It has pushed above it. We're not sideways rotating anymore. Now we're actually above the regression line. So that is the question, and then that is the answer. But even looking at this, let's see, it looks like we kind of want to be under that regression line, right? And using that regression line, what I do is I typically use something called slope. Or the y-intercept. If I do something like starting with the, so what I'm thinking is if I find a swing high, right? which I found here. See that ellipse there? That says that a swing high was found. If I find a swing high, then maybe I should take no. If I find a swing high we're going to notate that bar. The price has to get under. I'm going to zoom in a little bit more. I'm going to say the price has to get under, after the swing high, the price has to get under the 9 moving average, or the 15 moving average, or the 25 moving average. The price has to get under the 25 moving average, and the regression line has to level back out, has to have a slope of 0. Which I think that would just be slope. And when that happens, then you can take an entry. So pretty much what I'm saying is we have a swing high, we have a dip down below the 9. Yeah, I think I like that. We have a dip down below the 25 period moving average, and then the regression line from swing high bars back to current bar becomes 0. That's sounding very complex, but if I could pull that off, I think I would like that. And maybe not, but I've really got something else to do right now, but I think I want to start on this. I won't finish it, but I think I want to start on it. Come back and look at it later. All right. So swing high. These swing highs here are referencing the 15 bar swing highs. So where we at here? Okay, so we're gonna call this. Regression. Shouldn't call it regression, but I can change it later. All right, so curious if I make this regression starting from here. Again, so I'm starting my regression from here, from that swing high, and first of all, the price has to get under this green line, under the 25 moving average. So it doesn't happen yet, doesn't happen. Now it happens. Okay, but now look where the regression line is. The regression line is angled down, right? So it's at a downgrade. So I want the slope of that regression line to be 0. So that doesn't happen. So now after we get the line under the 25 period moving average, now we got to keep going. We got to keep waiting, 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 and now it looks pretty flat, or maybe here it looks pretty flat. So this, it would tell me that this would be my entry. And that works there. I don't know if it will work every time, but that's where the debugging and the and changing the logic will come into play. So let's do swing high length. This needs to be swing high length plus, we're going to say plus 1. Swing high length is going to be 15, and we need the we need this also is not just swing high length, but it's also swing high length with volume over like the volume 50. So we're going to say that the swing high is different than swing high a bar ago. That's just saying that at one point you didn't have a swing high. Here you didn't have a swing high. Now all of a sudden you have a swing high. And we're going to say, and this swing high is greater than 0. Because if the chart does not find a swing high, then instead of giving you a value here, it'll say -1. So we need it to say that it's a positive number, and we need it to say that it's different than the positive number before it, just in case we have two swing highs back to back. All right, so and then what we'll do is we'll plot that. So let's see, can we do this, and then we'll apply it to the chart. Show me regression. What is this? What is this? We're going to plot it at the value low. We want to plot it at the high, because we're looking at highs. Okay, so this is not a swing high. Okay, so this is saying that we had a swing high happen how many bars ago? 15 bars ago. At this point, this was a swing high. So now we need to know how many bars ago this happened, right? So swing high bars, this tells how many bars ago. This will be swing L, and then it'll be also, we need to make this the same. We need to make this swing high the same as swing high bar, and that'll tell us how many bars ago it happened. Okay, so swing high length plus 1. Okay, so now that we know how many bars ago that happened, this is where it gets interesting. This is where it won't just flow just as quickly as you want it to. So we need to say, so first of all, we have our swing high, and then we need to say that we're going to say open is less than the 25 period moving average, and close is less than the 25 moving average. Okay. All right, and then now we need to look at the slope. And I gotta go back and look at the linear regression. Go back and look at the definition of linear regression. Linear regression function calculates the slope and angle of linear regression lines and allows you to identify the price. Allows you to identify the price where the projected line crosses a future bar position. Price, I think it's going to be the close. Length, target bar. We don't need target bar. And then here you can output stuff. Length regression. Angle. Output the angle of the linear regression line in degrees. So we'd want that angle to be 0, right? So 0 linear angle. Let me move that over here. I don't do a lot with this linear regression in this fashion. So let's see if this is, or does it do linear regression angle? That's what we want. All right, so the price and then the length. So the price would be the close, and then the length. The length is going to be some length, which is the current bar, plus this number. So we know that number is going to be start off with 15 because that's what our swing high length is. So matter of fact, in case we change that, we make that swing high length plus. Now what we need to be doing is we need to be counting. So the linear regression angle has got to reference how many bars? Well, it's going to start at 15. It's going to start when we actually have a swing high. And then it's going to keep adding on as long as we don't have it's going to keep adding on. It's going to keep adding on until we get it's just going to keep adding on. And then when we get the linear regression at 0, or the angle at 0, we're going to execute the plot, and then we're going to reset the count. So we need to start a count. Once we find that swing high, we need to start a count. So we need to say something like, if swing high is pretty much this right here. Pretty much this right here, because that's what happened here. That's how we got that. So if swing high is not equal to swing high bar ago, and swing high is greater than 0, then begin. What do we want to begin? Count plus equals 1. So we're going to start counting from 0. We already have count up here. I want to count this count X, because I don't know what else count 0 is referring to, count is referring to. So count X plus equals 1, and then we're going to end. So now we have count X, which is now counting from here. No, it won't. I need that to start the count, but then I need the count to continue on. So we're just going to say, no, you know what? That's going to reset the count. So count X plus equals 1. All right, so count X will always just keep adding 1, right? So it might be at 1,000 right here, but then once it gets here and that logic is found, it's going to restart at 0. Okay, so this is going to restart at 0, and then because the chart works in sequential bar by bar form, then this will start from 0 and then go back to 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so when that happens, it's going to restart it at 0. And then we can do swing high plus count X. Yeah. Okay. All right, so now this is going to give us a linear regression angle. So we want this to equal 0. So linear regression angle equals 0. I got a funny feeling I can't do that, but anyway, we'll check it here in a second. All right, so once that happens, then we're going to plot. Instead of this being green, we'll make it red. Okay. All right, so we'll plot that red, and then when it starts back over, this will start from the swing high. I don't know. Let's just try it. Let's see what it does. I feel like I need to think through one more piece, but Let's see what we get. Oh boy. That takes a lot of data, huh? A lot of brain power. I think I've stumped my computer. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Either that, or I put some logic in there that just makes zero sense, and the computer's like, yo, I'm confused. Okay, no. Alright, so this was supposed to... I know what it is. Okay, I know what it is. So what I did was I said that this has to be new, and then I said this has to go under, and then this has to be 0. They don't all happen at the same time. So what does happen is one thing needs to happen at a time. So if this happens, if that first one happens, then we can begin looking for the next one. That then begin. So now if that first, what was that? If that first one happens, then we can begin looking for this. Open da da da. Then begin, let's see, open is lesson SA25 and close is lesson SA25. Alright, hang tight. Give me a second to get my thoughts together and quiet the dog. If anybody follows, you know that the dog always barks. All right, peanut's good. Okay. All right, so linear regression at angles. So once we have a new swing high, then we're going to begin. So if the open is greater than then begin this. I think I can do it that way, but also what I could do is just use like recent occurrence type thing. But this is my first time doing it this way, so let's see. Then begin. Condition. So if all those things are true, if this is true, then it allows us to go to this, and then if this is true, then the next one allows us to go to. Now I think it's going to do it for that bar. It won't do it. Yeah, that's going to work bar by bar. That's not going to. I don't know. I'm curious to see what it does, but I got a feeling that's not going to do what I want to do. So we're going to call this condition 18. All right. So condition 18 equals that. I'm doing a lot of new things here. I don't think it's going to work out how I want it to. And then begin condition 18. Then begin. I would just do if that equals 0, then begin plot 7 equals high. Alright, I've got a lot of begin and ends here. How many begins? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 ends. Okay, yeah, so it executed, but it didn't work. It didn't work. All right, so if that, then so if we get a new swing high, okay. All right, that's why we're keeping up with bars. Okay, so we're going to call, so we need to keep up with the total length from here, which would be the swing high, from this distance to this distance, which is the swing high length. That's what it takes to get to that swing high, and then we need to keep track of that to whichever bar we're on. We need to keep track of all that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to look at the if an occurrence happens before. But I need it to be sequential. So yeah, I'll put this together, but I still have to come back and change it up. I know I will. Okay. All right, so what we need to say is count x plus equals 1, so that's always going to keep counting. And then if swing high happens, then we're going to start to count x back over. And also the swing high bar, so how many bars happen from, I'm going to call it total x. This is the count of the swing high bars, so no, I don't want it to just be swing high bar, because again I need this volume to also be greater than the volume of 50. So swing high, so if swing high is greater than that and that, and volume is greater than B50, then begin, we're going to restart the count, and then we're going to end. So we need to total the swing high length that we're looking at, which is swing high L, and then plus the count X. Alright, so now that's going to be our total bars from here to here. Alright, so now we need to look at when these next conditions happen. So the first condition is going to be that most recent occurrence test length instance. Test is that open is less than SA25 and close is less than SA25. So that's the test. Test length. The length is going to be total X. We're going back that many, and then instance is 1. So that has got to be greater than 0. That just says that we had bars that are under, that happen to be under the SA25 within what distance? Within the distance from here to here. Okay. All right, I think that works. Okay, and then also now we need to go to the linear regression. Actually, this looks smoother than what I had before. Still don't know if it's going to work, but we'll see. All right, so price and length. So price, I think we're doing it of the close, and the length is going to be total X. All right, so that is got to be that's got to be greater than 0, and I can do this because from here, when you get this, looking at the regression channel, when we start here, regression channel, when we start here, remember that regression channel, that swing high isn't defined until you get 15 bars out. So when you get 15 bars out, if the price is up here, well, then that's not a swing high anymore, is it? But if the price is up here, then that regression line will be up. It will be going positive. It will be, the angle will be greater than 0. So that cannot happen if you have a swing high by definition. So now it's just moving, it's moving, it's moving, and now it's constantly, if the chart is going up, the angle is moving up. And so now once it gets to about that 0 mark, now we're executing. Okay, so that's how many bars? That is total. That's total X bars. Okay, so total X bars. So the angle has got to be greater than 0. So that is our logic. So we're going to do MRO for that. And so that first one is the test. And then the length is going to be total X. Right? Yeah, I think so. All right, one. So linear regression angle of close to X. It's got to be greater than 0. That's the test. And then how many bars back are we looking? Actually, this doesn't have to be MRO. This can be, I think this can be real time, because we want to know when it crosses. We don't want to know every bar that it's over, that the angle is over 0. We want to know when it crosses right now. So I think if I hit that, I think that's it. 1, 2, 6, 1. See, 1, 2. I'm just gonna get rid of these, and it just be those two. Let's see. Total X. Linear regression close, total X. Linear regression angle, I feel like I'm missing one piece. Price and length. Linear regression angle, price and length. Greater than 0, that is... How about up here? Open, is that total X? That's MRO. Oh, okay, linear regression angle is greater than 0. We just take all this out. Okay, the moment of truth. Boom. Alright, I hope that was it. If it's not it, at least I know a strategy that I want to put together. I really do want to put that together. I want to make that work. So I'll be working on that later if that doesn't work. But I need to get out of here and go and put a window in. Something. So, oh, the market's about to open. Market's about to open. Yeah, I hope I didn't confuse my... Oh, wow, that's way too many. That's way too many. What is going on here? You literally marked every single, except for a few. Linear regression angle. I think it's it's marking every single one. I want to know the first one. Condition 1, MRO. Open is less than 25 and close is less than 25. Under total X greater than 0. Condition 2, because linear regression angle. Let's do this. So we're gonna take this out. We're gonna take this out. Yeah, market just open. All right. We're gonna call this value 6. Okay, and that'll make it a little bit easier for us to come back here. Linear regression, linear angle. So we got to say that value 6 of a bar ago is less than 0, and value 6 of the current bar is greater than or equal to 0. That just means it's crossing, and that'll prevent you from getting all these other ones. Alright, re-verify. It must verify, trust, but verify. Come on, man. This is the script. This is the best one. Not the best one. Best one. It's always getting better. It's always getting better. Ooh, that coffee is strong. Come on. I know part of the problem too. Part of the problem is that I think I have this stretched over like 10 or 20 days or something. So it's looking back through a lot of bars. I could probably take some of these other pieces out that I'm not even using though. Like all this, I'm not even using all this. I use it for other ones, but I'm not using it for this. Not using swing lows. I am using a swing high bar. Not using lows. Not using this. Value 1 I already have. Value 6. Just kind of cleaning it up a little bit. Oh, that's not good. I called it value 1, called it low, and then I called it high, so I can get rid of this. Okay. Alright, so it came up, but still not what I'm looking for. Let's see, how many days do I have on this? 10 days. Let's chop it down to 3 days. Should at least load quicker. Oh, wait a minute. It did show up. There's a blue dot. But that's too high, right? Wouldn't we say that's too high? That's too high. So I need to go back and modify the script some. Let's not make it blue. No, that wasn't it, because this is supposed to be red. These dots are red. See, got it red right here. Value 1 is the high. if swing high is greater than 1 and swing high is greater than 0, is greater than the last bar, swing high is different from the last bar, and it's greater than 0, and the volume is greater than V50, then begin count X. Plus equals 0? No, that's wrong. Count X equals 0. Count X equals 0. Okay. And then total X equals swing high length plus count X. Total X equals linear regression angle is close of how far, total X. And then open has got to be less than that over how long, total X. 1. It's got to be greater than 0. That gives us the number of bars ago. Okay. Okay, value 6 of a bar ago is less than 0, and value 6 is greater than or equal to 0. I think that's it. That's not it, because we should be getting this regression channel starting from there. It should pop up right in here. It should pop up right in here. Condition 1 and condition 2, then begin. Well, this is open. Maybe it's the linear regression of the open, because it says open, so. No. Swing high, okay. Alright. Condition 1. Most recent occurrence. The open is less than 25, SA25, and the close is less than SA25. Okay. That's happening with that. And how long distance? Of total X. Total X is what? Total X is the swing high length, which you know is 15, plus count X, and count X should be a refresh number starting after swing high is not equal to swing high before it. Swing high is different from the one before it, and swing high is greater than 0. Wait a minute, where is my swing high? Okay. If those things, then we're going to begin, and volume is greater than volume 50, then we're going to begin count X equals 0. So we're just resetting. We're resetting count X. Now count x is going to continue to count up. And we're going to add count x plus swing high. And that's going to equal total x. Now linear regression angle. Let me see what the linear regression angle is. So I'm just going to plot that. Make sure I've got the, we're actually working with the right numbers here. Linear regression angle. That plot plot 1 equals value 6. We'll just do so total x alright, so swing high instance price strength length, instance price strength length. If value 1 is greater than 0, then value 2 equals value 1, else value 2 equals value 2 of a bar ago. Okay, and then if value 2, maybe this is the difference. Okay, value 2 is not equal to value 2 of a bar ago, and value 2 is greater than value 2 is not equal to value 2 of a bar ago, and value 2 is greater than 0, and volume is greater than volume 50, then count x equals 0. Okay. Yeah. Alright. Count x equals 0. So, and also we are, for every bar, we're adding count x plus equals 1. So we're adding 1 to it each time. So, and then your total x equals count x plus the 15 that we had up above. So that's that. Verify. Oh, count x. Man, I tell you, I am getting better because I was able to put that whole thing together with, you know, really just having that one little issue. But that is, in the past, I'd have had a lot of trouble with corrections and debugging, and you know. So anyway, getting better. Okay, so I'm actually just plotting the angle. That's where it crosses right here. Alright, you see where it crosses 0? Alright, let's do this. Let's plot 2 is going to be 0. Now we have a 0 line. You see that 0 line? So where it crosses right here, this is what we're trying to identify. Right? So how come it didn't work on our other strategy? Well, if it works right here, then no need to use that other one. Let's well, this is an indicator though. This is not a show me. So I could just copy and paste it to a show me, and but there was one other piece of criteria that I had, which was that within so many bars we do have, within total X bars, we do have a candle that's underneath the 25 period moving average. Is that true though? Yeah, this bar is underneath it, the open and the close. This bar here. Okay. So let's copy this without all the other fluff, without all the other the template and everything that I had from before. Lin regression. I'm gonna put break. I still put it. All right, so paste that. All right, so we're gonna do plot. We're gonna do if value 6, which is the angle, value 6 of a bar goes less than 0, and value 6. I need to get up and go do something else. Is greater than equal to 0, then plot 1 equals high. All right, but I don't only need that. Well, let's just go for that for right now. See if we get that much, and then that is called lin reg break. So let's go and add lin. Gotta go to show me lin reg break. Hang on, give me 2 seconds. Okay, so I have good news and better news. The good news is that I took care of that problem, and that wasn't really a problem, but I need to take care of some stuff. And then the other good news is you could have saved 30% on your car insurance by switching to Geico. However, this worked, right? So let's see, we're going to make this a cross. It kind of got hidden in here. Look at that cross there. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. It worked, right? So we can have our swing high of 15 bars. We had our volume that with our increased volume, and we had our break of the regression line over the 0. It happened right here. So this would have been your entry here. Now, the only other thing that I want to add here was that within that same amount of bars that we had, that the entire body of the candle was below the 25 period moving average. So I got to say something like, we'll call this condition 1 equals, so the open is less than the 25 period moving average, and the close is less than the 25 SA25. I'm just trying to think. Is that the best way to do this? So we'll say MRO value. We'll say MRO, which is most recent occurrence. So the test length instance. This is the test. The length is how far back we want to look. We want to look total X. Test length and the instance, we'll go with the first one, and we'll say that that has to be greater than 0. Okay, that's just saying that we had a full bar underneath the 25 period moving average, which just means that there was a pullback, a significant, or a pullback, right, under the 25 period moving average within total X number of bars. And so we have to, that's condition 1, so we have to say if value 6 is da-da-da, da-da-da, and condition 1. So condition 1 will be true, then plot that, and otherwise condition 1 needs to start off every time as being false. It needs to reset as false every time. Now this may have been where the previous chart indicator that we were trying to work on messed up. Nope, this one works. So whatever we did on the other chart, it confused the whole system and it didn't work. So this one works. You know what I'm saying? All right, so, and if we go over here, do we get that again anywhere? And honestly, I don't care if we don't get it again anywhere. If we can get it one solid time, like I say, if you can get one good entry, and that's it. Ooh, we got it there. We got it there, and it moved up. And that's money. That's money. Yeah. All right. All right, give me a second. All right, guys. So success over stress, right? So again, with life, we got these two potential entries here, and that's all I was trying to make with this indicator. And to me, this looks great. Let's see. I'm sure it won't work well on everything, right? But you know, those are the breaks. OLPX is moving. Let's see, did OLPX, does that work with this particular indicator? I need to open another. My entire system right now is moving a little bit slow. Maybe that's because I have a bunch of charts open and a streaming platform and another trading station open. Yeah. Life Debbie doesn't know what it wants to do, but it's got two of the criteria that I've noticed that is required for a move. It has time and it has price, right? So it's retraced a certain amount and it's went that away for quite a bit of time. Now it looks like it's actually trying to jump up again. I don't know. It's got a little bit of wick there first part of the morning, so it's definitely not done yet. But I mean, if it drops much below that 695, then yeah, it's probably done. All right, so OLPX. And I was on the 1 minute time frame. Let's open this up. 1 minute, and then open up a linear regression break. So probably what I'll do is I'll just take this and I'll run it across, you know, all the movers for the day at the end of the day and see which ones it worked for and see which ones it created a false entry signal for. All right, what else got to get out of here? All right, what is that red dot? Oh, is that? Yeah, I think it changed. I need to set this to always be across. It went back to a point. You set it for across. Set that as a default. Yes. Chart color red is fine. I'll probably change it to some other color later. Dang it! I should have changed the amount of time, the time span. Time span, I think, again, is fairly long, and it's just making it take a long time. So, a lot of data. Okay, so while that's going, I'll just say, Alright, let's go ahead and change this. Instead of 10 days, we're going to move it to 3 days. Okay. And then this, double click on the study. Change that to across. Okay. Alright. So there wasn't a great entry signal on this one. Did it move up afterwards? Yes, but and maybe it's because this wick is way too high, or it's because this high wick follows this similar level wick at the height. So again, we can change this logic to make sure that we don't get false entries, false signals. What else? TMDX is moving today, but it really didn't have any swing highs, it doesn't look like. So I'm probably going to be using this on something that is like really moving for the day and has liquidity, has volume. Yeah, this is all going kind of straight up. There's a potential entry there, but that's really based on low volume. I don't know that I would trust any of those based on that very low volume. Look at that. Got a potential entry here. But it dipped down quite a bit before it moved back up. However, even if you get in here, if you set a stop loss down here or wherever, then it did move up. So I don't know. That's like I say, got to figure out how to use it. Definitely have to figure out how to use it, but a lot of potential in that strategy there. Okay, guys, I'm out. I hope you enjoyed yourself. Hope you come back for more. Be sure to join the Discord, and I will chat with you guys later. I'm out. Peace.